Hey there, it's Elizabeth. Welcome back to another Ramble session. I hope y'all are doing well. Third time's the charm. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've tried to record this. This is the third time now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the first time I thought I did something weird. And then the second time my grandmother called. And now I'm trying to do this again. Yeah. So, thank you for being here and sharing your time with me. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. We had a normal everyday weekend. Yeah. I haven't really been feeling all that great because I'm not really sure why. It could be a combination of many things, some stress, lack of sleep. I don't think I've been to sleep until about 4 a.m. these past few mornings, so that's getting on my nerves. Yeah, so anyway, enough about that complaining. That's like my part-time job. So what you're looking at is my hybrid, what my sweet friend Susan terms my Flobo Nietzsche, right? Now, if you look on this side, you'll see it looks rather thick, right? One moment, please. If I have to film this video over again, someone's getting choked. Okay, Jackson, come here, please. Come on. Come in here. I'm so sorry. Please forgive my dogs. Okay. It looks thick, but the thick part in here is the actual flow journal because I keep adding stuff to it. Like this week, and I'll go over that in a second. This week I received a bunch of happy mail, which was so sweet and thoughtful and humbling. And so I've added a bunch of it into here along with adding it into my journaling. This is my March journal, okay? So this is getting thicker. I'm almost halfway done with the month, but it should work out fairly well, I think. When I'm working in the book, though, since this is an insert, just put in here, let me find the center. It's just put in here with an elastic, right? Like this, okay? So when I'm working in this journal, I simply take this whole insert out, dig through it, find the things that I want to use, and then use it in here. Now I'm learning as I go. Okay, I'm learning. One moment, please. Jackson, one moment, please. I'm so sorry. Jackson, I'll be right back. Please forgive me. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm not recording it again, so I'm sorry. Okay, where was I? Yeah, it should work out fine, I think. Now, this is like an experimental book, and then once I finish this book, I'll see if I need to increase spines or put less signatures in or whatever the case is, so we'll see what happens. But this part here, once the journal itself is done, this is my March, and then in the back is my April. These are permanently sewn in signatures. Once my journaling for these months is done, this center portion will come out, and I will then transfer it to the next book to continue using up the stuff. And of course, I will add things to that as well, depending on if there are any holidays or whatever the case is. So, yeah, I'm learning as I go. And I have not put up the video yet for the second part of how to make this, the tutorial. What I will do, however, is I will link below the original video that I did flipping through this and kind of sharing my idea about it. And then I will also link the tutorial part 1 where I show you how to make the covers and expand the spine of the composition book. Yep. So hopefully this week I'll be working on making the signatures and making the video to show you how I put those together. I am finding out I'm rather liking using just these plain pages for my pages, right? For the journal part, because I'm ending up covering up a lot of the stuff, right? Like this page right here, this came from a lovely happy mail from a journaling friend, Tracy. So thank you so much, along with the tag Oh, I'll tell you about that in a second too, which I have not journaled on yet. This was yesterday's page. And excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, so what I end up doing is covering the pages, you know, making, this is Saturday as I haven't even worked on it. Okay, this right here, you'll see all this in a flip through. Again, I made another pocket. This is a tag also from Tracy, very sweet. This background paper I wanted to share with you, this came from Debbie's journals. It came from my friend Debbie. She has a YouTube channel named Debbie's Journals. I will link it all below. And she made this collage paper. I added some things to it. Obviously, my date stickers. These stamps, mandala stamps, I added to it. Splatters of glitter paint, I added that to it. And of course, wrote a little bit of journaling about it. But the background of it is collage paper from her. And what she did is she scanned it into the computer and then shared it on the Creative Journaling group, which is another Facebook journaling group. And I will link that below. Yeah, and I highlighted this right here. I love this. I love how she put this music in here. At the end of the rainbow, there's magic. I love that. And then I, of course, wrote love this. So, yeah. So check out Debbie's journals. Check out the Creative Journaling site, too. I also put some papers like this, collage papers, on that site as well to share with the group. They really make great background papers. So I was talking about using and making pockets and tags and all that kind of stuff. And I was talking about Happy Mail as well. This is a beautiful hybrid Fibonacci that a journaling friend made from the group. And she actually does beautiful mandala art work. It is gorgeous. So the video on the flip through of this and her Happy Mail is in tomorrow's video. So make sure you come back tomorrow and check that out. And her Etsy store is called MettaMandalaArt, and I will link that below. One of the things, she also sent me, along with a bunch of other goodies, was this. Look at that. This beautiful mandala pendant. And I put it on a leather strap and wore it the other day. It is gorgeous, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you. Thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate it very, very much. And then this I got, last week was like Happy Mail Palooza. I was just so humbled and grateful. This was actually a thank you card from Sweet Nancy that actually is one of the administrators, excuse me, there's Fred, one of the admins on the Creative Journaling group. And so I took her envelope, and so funny, her little cat got to the envelope apparently, and there are little teeth marks. So she wrote, "Sorry, little cat, teeth marks." So yes, she sent me a lovely thank you card, and she also sent me, which I think I put in here. No, I put over here. She also sent me this and said, that when she saw this on her desk calendar, she thought of me because I crochet. So this is going on Sunday's page because I started working on attaching. I'll show you that in a minute. Attaching my melted granny squares. So yes. Okay. What else was I going to show you? Now since I've been recording this some three odd times, I keep forgetting what I told you and what I didn't. Okay, so the no spend whole thing, out the window. Out the window. Anyway, not even gonna go there. So I was on my World in OKC, it's Tammy, her live sale. Here's her information. Of course, I'll put the links below for her YouTube channel. That's where she does her lives. Please forgive my dogs. I'm sorry. I was on one of her lives, and I saw these papers. These are Edith Holden papers. Love her artwork. Love these books. I can't remember the name of it. It's like Edwardian Life or something like that. But they're gorgeous. And let me tell you, like, I had never even heard of Edith Holden. I know a lot of you are probably gasping. I've never even heard of her until just like the last few months. So I've never really like kept my eye out for her books or anything like that. If I happen to come across one when I'm out and about, then now I know. But anyhow, so I was on her live. She was selling packs of these. I've already used one as a tag. Oh, I'll show you how I used it. And then I also purchased a packet of Braille paper. Is that not the coolest thing? Yeah. And my daughter took a piece too to school to show the kids so that they could feel what, you know, what Braille feels like, and so she could explain that this is how blind people read. So I got those two things, and I'll show you how I used them in my book. I will probably use some of these things in you know, junk journals perhaps, or whatever. But this is how I used it in my Fibonacci. So let me see. Okay, here. On this, you'll see all these in a flip through too, but on this page here, I used the Braille paper and made a tag because my husband and I had eye appointments. And then on the back, I put her business card. And this is, she also sent me some eyelash trims. So like this, almost this whole page, minus the McDonald's bag that I used as a pocket, all came from her stuff. So this is how I use the Edith Holden paper, right? So I made a big giant tag out of it. I stitched around it. I put a stamp here with purple archival ink of the Tim Holtz sewing machine. I took a coffee stain paper out of my faux part, and I stitched that on, right? Did my journaling, put a little piece of trim on the side. Yeah, so that's how I used her stuff in my book, and I love it. Came out so cute. Yeah, so thank you so much to everybody who sent me Happy Mail and thank yous and all that jazz and my orders. I appreciate it very much. Very, very much. Oh, you know what else I got are these right here. I had ordered, this was the one thing that was not included in my no spend, which is now no longer a no spend, but these are Brooke's hand painted stickers, and I order them each month, and their date stamp or stickers, hand painted, hand lettered, days of the week and numbers, and I love them. So yeah, and as per usual, I will have everything, all the links down below. If I mention anybody that has a YouTube channel or, you know, whatever, I mention it. So there you have it. Oh, speaking of no spend, last night I was watching my sweet Allison. We are both, I think we're just bad for each other, Allison. We're enabling each other. Oh, golly. No, she's not bad for me at all. She is wonderful. Anyway, she's Allison from AJ's Inspired Life, and she was doing a book review on a flow book called A Book That Takes Its Time, and it looked like a really great book. Not one to cut up, perhaps one to scan and put in my journal, but for my own personal use. But yeah, not really a book to be cut up. It looked like it had a lot of really good articles in it. And so, yeah, I want to, well, after seeing that video, like literally, I turned off her video at the end after, of course, liking it, giving her a thumbs up. And I promptly went to Amazon, and somehow my finger found the Buy It Now button. And there you have it, okay? There you have it. I have no self-control, obviously. All right, let's see what else I purchased, shall we, while we're on the subject. I was out and about with my husband, and I wasn't even going to count this in my no-spend tragedy because my husband spent it, not me. He spent it on me. But he was doing the spending. And then yesterday happened. Actually, you know whose fault it is breaking my no spend? Tammy. Anyway, that's life. So I found these really cute notepads because y'all know how much I love my notepads. And I love them. I really, really love them. So Super duper cute. I think I found these at Family Dollar, I think. I'm not sure. And then some stencils, right? And then the stencils I used, I thought right here on this page, I stenciled her envelope and then stuck it in there and used it as a pocket. And then here is how I used these, right? I take 2 of them and stick them together with glue so that I have more surface to write on, of course, and it thickens up the paper just a little bit. So, yep. And then I put numbers up here. I don't know if you can see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I know what order they go in. But they make just the cutest little things. They're so cute. Yes. Out of control, I tell you. So I got the bird stencil, butterfly stencil, and flower stencil, and I'll use those on various things or making envelope art or whatever. Then I also got these. They're from Jot, and what they're supposed to be used for is like the side of a binder, you know, to label a binder. But I thought they'd be really cute to like make some kind of tag or tab, or you know, maybe stamp something on it or pretty painted paper in there or whatever, and stick it in there and then stick it into your journal, right? How cute would that be? Yeah. So I did that. And then these are shipping labels. Excuse me, not that I'm going to be shipping anything, but I have been wanting to do some jelly printing and stuff. And so when you do, you can jelly print on these, and then you can take punches if you have punches, and it's on sticker paper. So you just punch it out and it becomes, you know, you can make your own pretty hand painted stickers. So fun. Yeah. So I did that. Oh, speaking of shipping things, I have had a lot of inquiries, very humbling, a lot of inquiries on if I'm going to be making and selling these. And I think in a video last week, I said at that point, probably not. I am revisiting that. I just have to do some research because I've never sold anything online. I do not want to open an Etsy store because I don't generally make things to sell, but a lot of people have inquired either through Facebook or through email or through messaging me if I would sell these. So talking it over with my husband, again, I have to do some research because I think I would just do it through PayPal. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. You guys know that I'm not tech savvy, so I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking about it. So, you know, if it's something that you would be interested in, just leave me a comment and let me know, you know, and I'll see what I can do about it. Yeah. And along those same lines, I don't know if I mentioned, but I will put the links in for this original video that I did on my hybrid, so you get an idea of what it's about. And then I will also link the tutorial part 1 of showing how I did the covers, taking the book apart, doing the covers, adding the spine, all that kind of jazz. And then hopefully this week I'm going to be working on the innards of the book and show you how I, you know, put papers in there for how I make the signatures, you know, and how I sew in the signatures. So I know you guys have been waiting patiently for that, and I'm hoping to have that up on Wednesday. Now we're off to crochet. So this is what I've been working on. Okay, I showed you this I don't know when, some other video. So this is called Melted Granny. These are called Melted Granny squares. They're all different in bright, vivid colors. I used cotton yarn, sugar and spice cotton yarn from Michaels. They're just so cute, so cute. And and if you're asking, if you're a hooker like me, these really long tails are the tails that I use to attach them. So here is what it's going to look like when it's attached, if you can see that. See, this one here is just not attached yet, but this one here is attached, right? So I've got to watch the video about 500 more times so that I can figure out how to attach them all. And this pattern comes from Krista at The Secret Yarnery. And I love her pattern. She always uses just beautiful, bright colors, and she always has fun stuff. On the note of crochet, I was watching last night my sweet friend Trish from Dish Kitty Studio, and she's doing a Bob Ross challenge over on her channel and through Instagram, and she has a hashtag and everything. So go over to Dish Kitty Studio, link will be below, and check it out. I'm not doing the challenge with her, but I'm following her as she does the challenge. And so yesterday or last night, she was talking about her crochet projects and how she has a lot of balls of yarn, you know, scrap yarn. So she is going to, or she is knitting and crocheting a bunch of scarves using up her scraps of yarn. Well, after I watched that one, I went down the rabbit hole, and because I know I had seen videos of scrap yarn Afghans, and you know, some of them were appealing and some of them not so appealing. I like the ones that literally look really scrappy. They look almost bohemian to me. They're extremely colorful. You can't really tell, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when they change the colors of the yarn, it's not like a stop and start. You know, it just all flows so nicely. And so I found a video. I'll leave the link below if you're interested in doing a scrap Afghan. But I'm slowly, of course, accumulating little balls of scrap yarn. And I also have some skeins of yarn that I had found at like a yard sale that I haven't used yet. And so it is a great way to use up your yarn. And it's a very simple pattern. It's all single crochet with a large hook because you use 2 strands of yarn at one time. Then, of course, while I was down that crochet rabbit hole, I started thinking I wanted to make some new mats for my house. And so I thought, okay, how am I going to do that? Gee, I wish I hadn't thrown away those red sheets that I used to have that my dog dug a hole into before I started crocheting, because I could have ripped those up. The accent color, like in my main house, is red. And so I had gotten back in, oh gosh, I don't know when it was, last year. I did show you, I had gotten like 3 bolts of various red vintage fabric. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and tear those up into strips and make some new mats for my house, some new area rugs for my house. I got 2 small ones in the kitchen, a runner behind my couch, and a bigger one by the back door. And this way, it's super simple because it's just a single crochet. I'm going to use the same pattern as the scrap Afghan, but I'm going to make it out of fabric. And I learned how to do that, making mats like a bath mat and stuff out of fabric yarn, from Jerry Bellini on Recycle Parts for Art. I actually took a class from her on Skillshare that she had. And I don't know if it is on, if she has a video about that on specifically on her channel. I'll have to look, but if not, I'll leave Jerry's link below and you can go search for her mats, because they're gorgeous. They're really ratty rugs. That's what she called them, ratty rugs. So I'll try to look for that. But yeah, so I've got a lot of things that are going to keep me busy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's it though. I think that's it. So yes, hopefully this week I will figure out and film the sewing of the signatures. So I'm really hoping to get that done. Let me know if you're interested in a hybrid journal for sale. I don't know. I've never done this before. Yeah, just let me know in the comments below. And so look forward to that video. And also for the MettaMandalaArt. Yes, my sweet friend Christy, who sent me a beautiful, beautiful package and sent me one of her own hybrids. I was so, so thrilled. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so come back tomorrow and you'll see that video and how gorgeous it is. And yeah, so that's it for today. Got to get working on a bunch of stuff. And I will talk to y'all soon. And thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Yep. and have a great day. Bye.